January 5th. Today's Bible reading is Genesis chapter 11 from verse 1 to the end. Genesis chapter 12 from verse 1 to the end. Genesis chapter 13 from verse 1 to 4. Matthew chapter 5 from verse 1 to 26. Psalms chapter 5 from verse 1 to 12. Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 24 to 28. Reading Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. Verse 2. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Verse 3. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. Verse 4. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. Verse 6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and they confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. Verse 8. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. Verse 9. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. Verse 10. These are the generations of Shem. Shem was 100 years old, and begot Arphaxad 2 years after flood. Verse 11. And Shem lived after he begot Arphaxad 500 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 12. And Arphaxad lived 35 years, and begot Sulla. Verse 13. And Arphaxad lived after he begot Sulla 403 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 14. And Sulla lived 30 years, and begot Eber. Verse 15. And Sulla lived after he begot Eber 403 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 16. And Eber lived 34 years, and begot Peleg. Verse 17. And Eber lived after he begot Peleg 430 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 18. And Peleg lived 30 years, and begot Reu. Verse 19. And Peleg lived after he begot Reu 209 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 20. And Reu lived 32 years, and begot Serug. Verse 21. And Reu lived after he begot Serug 207 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 22. And Serug lived 30 years, and begot Nahor. Verse 23. And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 24. And Nahor lived 29 years, and begot Terah. Verse 25. And Nahor lived after he begot Terah 119 years, and begot sons and daughters. Verse 26. And Terah lived 70 years, and begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Verse 27. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran begot Lot. Verse 28. And Haran died before his father Terah in the land of his nativity, in Ur the Chaldees. Verse 29. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of Iscah. Verse 30. But Sarai was barren. She had no child. Verse 31. And Terah took Abram his son, and Lot the son of Haran his son's son, and Sarai his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife. And they went forth with him from Ur the Chaldees, to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. Verse 32. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will shew thee. Verse 2. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse him that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Verse 4. So Abram departed, as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Verse 5, And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran. And they went forth to go into the land of Canaan, and into the land of Canaan they came. Verse 6, And Abram passed to the land unto the place of Sichem, unto the plain of Moreh, and the Canaanite was then in the land. Verse 7, And the Lord appeared unto Abram, and said, Unto thy seed will I give this land. And there builded he an altar unto the Lord, who appeared unto him. Verse 8, And he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Hai on the east. And there he builded an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. Verse 9, And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south. Verse 10, And there was a famine in the land. And Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. Verse 11, And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. Verse 12, Therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. Verse 13, Say, I pray thee, Thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. Verse 14, And it came to pass that, when Abram was come into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld a woman, that she was very fair. Verse 15, The princes also of Pharaoh saw her, and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. Verse 16, And he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he had sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maidservants, and she asses and camels. Verse 17, And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues, because of Sarai Abram's wife. Verse 18, And Pharaoh called Abram, and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why didst thou not tell me that she was thy wife? Verse 19, Why saidst thou, She is my sister? So I might have taken her to me to wife. Now therefore behold thy wife, take her and go thy way. Verse 20, And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away and his wife and all that he had. Genesis chapter 13, from verse 1 to 4. Verse 1, And Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife, and all that he had, and Lot with him, into the south. Verse 2, And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver and in gold. Verse 3, And he went on his journeys from the south even to Bethel, unto the place where his tent had been at the beginning, between Bethel and Hai. Verse 4, Unto the place of the altar, which he had made there at the first. And there Abram called on the name of the Lord. Matthew chapter 5, from verse 1 to 26. Verse 1, And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. Verse 2, And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Verse 3, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 4, Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Verse 5, Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Verse 6, Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Verse 7, Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Verse 8, Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Verse 9, Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Verse 10, Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse 11, Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely, for my sake. Verse 12, Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Verse 13, Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Verse 14, Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid. Verse 15, Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Verse 16, Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Verse 17, Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Verse 20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. Verse 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. Verse 22. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire. Verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee. Verse 24. Leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift. Verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whiles thou art in the way with him. Lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Verse 26. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt by no means come out thence, till thou hast paid the uttermost farthing. Psalms chapter 5 from verse 1 to 12. Verse 1. To the chief musician upon Neeloth, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words. O Lord, consider my meditation. Verse 2. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for unto thee will I pray. Verse 3. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. Verse 4. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. Verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. Verse 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing. The Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. Verse 7. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. Verse 8. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my face. Verse 9. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Verse 10. Destroy thou them, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. Verse 11. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. Verse 12. For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous. With favor wilt thou compass him as with shield. Proverbs chapter 1 from verse 24 to 28. Verse 24. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. Verse 25. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. Verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Verse 27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Meditate on what you have heard, and pray that it takes root in your heart, and life that you will do according to all that is written in God's Word. Amen. Let's keep walking in the Word together. Please like, subscribe, and enable notifications so you're here for the next study.